Hey again, second grade. This is Mrs. Aloud back again with another chapter of Dolphins at Daybreak. But before we go into another chapter, let's go over the vocabulary word and the discussion question that we had from yesterday. So yesterday, I posted a chapter of Dolphins at Daybreak, and it was chapter 8. Chapter 9. And then in chapter 9 of Dolphins at Daybreak, your vocabulary word was riddle. And we defined riddle as a question that is presented as a game to find out an answer. And so that was what we were talking about, because in chapter 9, Jack and Annie were able to answer the riddle. And so the discussion question was, what was the answer to the riddle and how did they find out? Well, the answer to the riddle, usually answers to riddles are usually a phrase or a word, and their answer was the word oyster. And they found out because Annie stepped on the oyster and realized it fit the description of the riddle. So that's how they were able to figure out the answer to the riddle. Today, we are going to go ahead and read chapter 10. Now, in the end of chapter 9, Jack and Annie already got back into the treehouse, and they're already on their way back to the Frog Creek Woods, which is going home for them. So let's read chapter 10. Chapter 10. The True Pearl. Dawn light slanted into the treehouse. No time at all had passed since they left. Day was breaking. Jack rolled up the ancient scroll. He tucked it into the corner. "We solved the first riddle," he said. "3 more to go." "I don't see another scroll," said Annie. "Maybe tomorrow we'll get the next riddle." "That's okay," said Jack. "I think I need a rest and dry out." His t-shirt and shorts were still soaked, his backpack too. Only his shoes and socks were dry. "And this needs to dry out too," said Annie. She put the wet ocean book in a patch of sunlight. Then Jack and Annie climbed down the ladder. They walked through the woods, through the leafy shadows and golden light. They left the woods and started down the street. "You know, we should have found the answer to the riddle right away," said Jack. "The oyster was on the reef all along." "I know, but we wouldn't have had as much fun," said Annie. "Fun," said Jack. "You call being squeezed up by an octopus and chased by a shark fun?" "Don't forget the dolphins," Annie said simply. Jack smiled. "Right," he said. "The dolphins made up for everything. They were fun." "I guess they were the true pearl in the oyster," said Annie. "Yep," said Jack. "I wonder what Sam is doing right now." "Sam?" Annie grinned at him. "You're nuts," she said. They climbed their steps and went into their house. "We're back," Annie shouted. "Did you get your shoes wet?" their mom called. "Not one bit," called Jack. Then he and Annie slipped upstairs to change their clothes. And that is the end of the whole book, Dolphins at Daybreak. I hope you enjoyed Dolphins at Daybreak. Read aloud with Mrs. Alar, and look out in the comments for the vocabulary word and the discussion question. The next book that we are going to read together is going to be Pirates. It's another Jack and Annie Magic Treehouse book, but this time I think their adventure has something to do with pirates. So stay tuned for this coming soon. Bye.